What's up YouTube, hello fellow questers. This is Artum from Germany featuring Marvel Puzzle Quest. Today's video is about the next character in line. It's Vision's and Scarlet Witch's son called Wiccan, or in brackets Billy Kaplan or Kaplan. Let's get right into him. So for all of you who don't know who he is, I knew who he was, but I haven't touched any comics in a long time concerning this character. This post is distributed to us by Lakestone, usually it's Brickby. Hi everyone, Billy Kaplan was a normal high school boy until he discovered his power of electrokinesis and became one of the heroes he admired. As Wiccan, he joined the Young Avengers and learned he was the reincarnated son of Scarlet Witch and Vision. With the ability to warp reality at his will, Wiccan is destined to become the Demiurge, I hope I pronounce it correctly, a powerful being who will one day rewrite the laws of magic. Check out the brand new 4-star Wiccan and find out how you can recruit him onto your team. Okay, so he's 4-star, rarities legendary. His affiliations are Heroes, Young Avengers, and Team Cap. His colors are blue, yellow, green, and his first ability is a double passive. Let's go. Mystical Destiny. Wiccan is destined to become the Demiurge. I think I'm mispronouncing that. I'm gonna look it up later, sorry. A powerful being who will rewrite the laws of magic. At the start of the turn, if you have at least 6 AP in all colors, Wiccan transforms into the Demiurge, and this power becomes Power of the Demiurge. Oh shit, sorry. Power of the Demiurge. Another, his second passive. Wiccan has the power to shape reality to his will. All matches made by Wiccan will clear their row or column, dealing damage and generating AP. Wiccan becomes the target of all enemy attacks. Okay, so this is kind of new. Not like the condition of having a certain amount of AP. We have that with other characters, just like 4-star Blade. Whenever he has a certain amount of red AP in your stash, he will unleash his red passive. But this one is kind of cool, so it destroys either rows or columns and deals damage, making Wiccan a target for all enemy attacks. That's kind of like 4-star Rogue's passive, so it's not bad actually. Second ability is his yellow active, costs 9 AP. Magical Barrier. Wiccan conjures, I'm totally messed up today. Conjures up a magical barrier to protect his allies. Creates 4 random 5-turn countdown tiles that reduce damage from enemy matches and powers by 20% each. So up to 80% damage reduction. That's actually cool. Whenever they are matched or destroyed, Wiccan restores 1605 health. So is that a true healing or a burst of health? Usually when it's a burst of health, it's specified in the text. So I'll leave it as a true healing. And his last ability is called Chain Lightning. Costs 12 green AP. Wiccan channels a high energy bolt of electricity through his enemies, deals 8,551 damage, and destroys a chosen column. If that column contains an enemy special tile, destroy a random column until one with no enemy special tile is destroyed. Destroyed tiles deal damage but do not generate AP. Okay, so how much damage do those deal? Is it like match damage or a special number of damage? We don't know, but actually seems to be, I wouldn't say unique, but kind of reminds me of 4-star Gwenpool's purple with her exploit codes a little bit. Okay, so that's actually it for this new character. Not bad. Let's see how he functions with other characters. So in order for his blue passive to work greatly, you might need somebody like Gambit, 5-star Gambit, and maybe 4-star America Chavez. Okay, so here are some events going to happen. As always, a new 4-star always has his shield training, and the Heroes for Hire offer starts on June 14th and 7 days later. Price 7,000 hero points. Contents are Miles Morales, Quake, 16 elite tokens, 6 command points, and 20,000 ISO 8. Okay, here is his. It's a vault. Wiccan and Friends starts on the 17th of June and ends 5 days later. Contains 80 items. 1 legendary token, 3 beginner support tokens, 1 random Wiccan cover, 2 random 4-star from the call for backup missions, with an option of the following characters: Rogue, Miles Morales, and Quake. You will need those 3 in the shield training event. 21 3-stars, 3 featured, 18 random, 52 2-stars, 10 featured, 42 random. And now let's get into the Alliance event. So usually when a 4 or 5-star character comes up, an Alliance event follows this introduction. So in this case, it's going to be the X-Men versus Apocalypse. Starts tomorrow, in my time at least, and ends 3 days later. Wiccan is the reward for all rounds, like round 5, round 6, round 7, and round 8 gifts you a legendary cover, legendary token. Here is the shield training I talked about earlier. Starts on June 14th and 7 days later. Rewards you with the X-Men vs. Apocalypse random cover of Wiccan. Rewards tokens to the X-Men vs. Apocalypse, and a random cover of Wiccan, and more. And then Honor Among Thieves is the PvE following this Alliance event. Starts on June 17th and ends 5 days later. Will reward you with a Wiccan as a progression reward, and rewards tokens to the Wiccan and Friends vault. Oh yeah, and then his PvP event comes. Something Wiccan this way comes. Starts on the same date the other PvE event starts, but ends 2 days earlier. Has a Wiccan as a progression reward, and rewards tokens to the Wiccan and Friends vault. So that's actually it for Wiccan. Let's get into the other note. This one. Posted by Lakestone again. I guess Brickby is on a break. Hi everyone, passing this message below along from the team. From Marvel Puzzle Quest's release until now, every tile that's dropped from the top of the board has been random, with the same drop rates for players and the enemy team. But our brains have this quirk called negativity bias. We remember the worst things that happened to us the most clearly. When the enemy team got a 6-match cascade and downed our whole team. Yeah, I remember stuff like that. And forget the times when we got just as lucky. Negativity bias probably helped us survive until we invented video games, but it's making us enjoy MPQ less. Most experienced players know that the drop rate is random, but newbies in particular sometimes come away thinking that the AI is cheating and getting extra cascades. It's our most common complaint from new players. Seriously? Usually I would say like, oh, I don't have enough hero points. I have too much ISO. But okay. MPQ isn't alone in this. This was one of the most common complaints in previous games in the Puzzle Quest series. Despite the tile drops being totally random in those games as well. We think game developers ought to make games for the pleasure of people and their actual brains, with all their quirky biases, not for some platonic ideal of fairness. So in order to make the game feel fair to people, we're making it a little bit unfair in your favor and limiting the cascades that the enemy team gets in story and prologue missions. Okay. In order to avoid disrupting the current balance, when you are fighting other players, we're keeping the behavior of versus battles unchanged. This will have a relatively modest effect on balance of the game. With the previous random drop system, the enemy team was only cascading into 3 or more matches. 0.66% of the times they changed the board. Okay. But we're hopeful this will reduce the number of phones that get thrown across the room and improve people's first impressions of the game. Well, if people burst out in anger due to losing against the AI having cascades, it's no reason to throw away your phone. People work on your anger issues. That's my opinion, at least. I have yet to throw my phone due to misfortune in this game. I'll continue. This will go live starting tomorrow with the daily patch on June 13th. Here are the precise details on how the new behavior works. This only impacts story and prologue missions. Versus missions are unaffected. Okay. This only prevents cascades to the enemy turn from new tiles falling onto the board. Cascade matches that consist entirely of tiles already on the board won't be affected. Sorry, today it's my day of mispronunciation. Not professional at all. Sorry, fellow questers. And cascades on the player's turn won't be affected by this system at all. We count cascades from scratch after anything changes the board state, after any match or power changes what's on the board. So if the enemy cascades into a 5 match and gets actually it's called into a match 5, but never mind, and gets an extra turn, they can still make another match and get a few cascades matches out of that. Wow, so many points. After the first enemy match in a potential cascade, there's a 5% chance that we do the following. For every tile that drops and from the top of the board, if it would create a new match, re-roll its color until it doesn't create a match. Unnecessary, to be honest. After the second enemy match in a cascade, there's a 45% chance that we re-roll tiles until they don't create a new match. After the third enemy match in a cascade, we always re-roll tiles until they don't create a new match. Exception. Now comes the biggest part. There are some board states where any tile we drop results in a cascade. For example, if there are 2 critical tiles with a one tile gap between them, and we are dropping a tile to fill that gap, there is no way to prevent a cascade in those cases, so we don't. Okay, tagged enemy cascade. Yeah. Newbies, don't complain about stuff like that. It's completely random. Even Lakestone is telling you that, but never mind. So please excuse my unprofession. See, I'm failing again. Please excuse me being unprofessional in this video, mispronouncing so much. I will work on that. Hopefully you still found the video great and informative. If not, please let me know in the comment section. Maybe leave a like, leave a dislike, I'm up to it. Share this video so other questers and YouTubers might know that Wiccan is coming into the game and that X-Men vs. Apocalypse will be the next Alliance event. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and help me grow this channel. A quick shout out to my fellow buddy and Alliance member Mr. MPQ, who does MPQ on YouTube as well. My fellow buddies JonEl Media, Kill Power, and Ricochet, who do MPQ on YouTube and stream it on Twitch. I'm going to be out. I wish you a great day. Keep on questing. Let me know what you think about the next character. Until next time. Bye.